guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Par and I make videos based on various life challenges. If that's something you're interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get to the video. Par, please come down and say hi to Auntie and Uncle. Sat Shri Akal Auntie ji. Sat Shri Akal Uncle ji. Oi. Par, Auntie and I were talking. We think you should really learn how to make roti. You're 27 years old. How are you going to be a good wife? How are you going to be a good daughter-in-law? Making roti is part of the requirement for being a good wife. My daughter was learning rotis at 16 years old. Now she's happily married with 2 kids at the prime age of 27. I'm sure I can learn how to make rotis in like 10 days. 10 days? 10 days. This is my interpretation of what usually happens in a South Asian household, especially during family gatherings. Since I can be a competitive person at times, I decided to silence the critics and learn how to make roti in 10 days. Look, your worth is not dependent on whether you can make roti or not. Honestly, it isn't dependent on whether you can cook or not, period. This message is especially important to my South Asian women out there who get boxed in due to Indian societal norms. I'm not really sure why learning how to make roti became a requirement in becoming a good wife. Because honestly, to that, I say
bullshit.
Anyways, let's learn how to make roti in 10 days. Roti, also referred to as chapati or fulka, is a round flatbread native to the Indian subcontinent. Each region in India has its own variation, but it tends to be a little more popular in the northern part of India. Fun fact, my family is actually from the northern part of India, from a state called Punjab. So roti has practically been a staple in my diet since birth. Although it can be eaten alone, roti is usually served with sabzi, which are sautéed vegetables. Other than India, roti is consumed in many countries worldwide. Making roti is actually pretty simple. All you need is whole wheat flour, warm water, oil, butter, a concave pan, which I will be referring to as tawa, and a rolling pin. After making the dough, you roll it out into perfect circles, quickly cook it over heat until brown and blistered, and finish it off with a generous swipe of butter. Though it may sound like a simple process, making roti is kind of difficult. I think it's burning! It's burning! Especially when it comes to getting the shape and consistency just right. Looks kind of like an alien's head. Since my family has always made roti without a recipe, that's exactly what I did to kickstart day one. Obviously, there were no shortage of hiccups along the way. It's like, do you guys like see this? Like, it's just like really sticky. Okay, so it's still really sticky. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's
really
good.
Sticky.
That's
So a little olive oil is gonna smooth it out.
on your hands, my friend.
Okay. So just like that? moisturize my hands with olive oil. Not like that?
That's okay.
This is warming up now. It's warming up. And this is where, like, the real test comes.
Where the shit happens.
But here is my round piece of dough. And they're just, like, flying. Okay, I'm just gonna wing it, you know? I'm just gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour, just kind of, so the excess flour is gonna help it spin. So now, I'm gonna take my rolling pin, and I'm gonna try to roll it. Now, the real test is, if my roti spins, that means I'm a good roti maker. If it doesn't, I have a lot of work cut out for myself. Okay. Oh, it's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning.
Look how round that is. I'm pretty impressed.
Wow. So I'm just gonna go. It's clearly not a perfect circle. It looks kind of like an alien's head on this. Do you see the shape of that?
Put some eyes on there.
So now I don't know what to do. Like,
dun dun dun.
I don't know when to flip it. And it's really hot, so I'm like in my I just don't know.
Yeah, flip it.
Is it the right time to flip it?
Yeah.
Okay. A few attempts later, day one was finally in the books. And honestly, they turned out all right. But I definitely realized that I had a lot of work cut out for myself.
Told my brothers one day we gon' make it. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this.
So I am in the midst of a practice session, and I thought I'd give you guys a really quick update. Yesterday, I discovered the power of a food scale. Do you see this? Do you see this? I am so incredibly happy, and I'm super excited to share this with you guys. I don't know why, but this just makes me so happy. So today is day 6, and I've only been practicing, up until now, I've only been practicing making my dough and rolling it out so I can achieve the perfect circle. I have yet to cook the roti on the stove, and I've been avoiding that because I'm extremely nervous and I don't know how to do it properly yet, and I just get scared. So I promise I will definitely do it tomorrow. I will cook my roti on the stove, and I'm going to walk you guys through the process. Just wish me luck. So as I mentioned earlier, up until now, I've only been practicing making my dough and rolling it out to achieve that perfect circle. Just trying to perfect my technique as best as I can. And one thing that I've really been struggling with is when you make the dough, you have to break it up into small balls. And that small piece of dough is gonna be your roti. You have to roll it out, and that's when you cook it on the stove. So I was really struggling with how big or small that piece of dough should be. Sometimes it was way too big, sometimes it was way too small, and I was getting really frustrated. So yesterday I saw this food scale lying around my house, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I try weighing it prior to rolling it out? And guys, it's been revolutionary. It has been a game changer. Especially if you're a newbie like me and is struggling with how big that piece of dough should be, please find yourself a food scale, invest in a food scale. It goes a very long way. So yesterday when I was breaking up the dough into small balls, I was weighing each at about 40 grams because I do like my roti small, but I slowly discovered that 40 grams is a little too small. So today I've been playing around with 43 grams, and guys, I think I got it. But now I'm just really nervous about cooking it because the very first day I practiced with my sister, I just didn't understand, and I know she was trying so hard to explain it to me, and I'm like, I don't get it. Am I stupid? But I'm gonna play around with it tomorrow and just kind of figure it out for myself. But yeah, it's going okay. Let's see how day 7 turns out. Okay, so the first one was definitely a fail. We got some action. It's puffing. Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at this? This is so frustrating. This is where I get extremely frustrated because I never know what the temperature setting should be when it comes to making rotis. Their side is burning for sure. You know what? I give up. I give up. After having a mental breakdown, I think this is roti number 5 and 43 grams. I did turn down the stove, so this was not as hot. I think it turned out better than the other ones. It doesn't look as burnt. I'm not sure, maybe I'm just hallucinating. But for some reason, I think it doesn't look as burnt as the other ones that I've made. And this one just doesn't look done, but it feels nice. Okay, we're just gonna continue trying, because that's all we can do. The day has finally come. It is day 10. So, what do you guys think? Wow, you actually did it, Par. You learned how to make roti in 10 days and it's actually very circular. Huh. Thank you. It's not bad, I guess. It could be better.
Thanks, I guess.
But now that you've learned how to make roti, I think we need to learn a little more.
I'm not really interested in learning how to make anything else. This was just to prove you guys wrong. That's it.
Oh, also, we need to learn how to make dessert. There's so much cooking we need to learn. Then you will be a very good wife. Roti is very great, but I think sabzi is even better. Let's do that. Oh, auntie, what do you think?